Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool, and this is Gems of War. And today, gonna be going over the Green Tower of Doom. Just the whole thing, teams, high, mid, low, which rooms you should go to, how it should work, all that good stuff. And then the weekly preview for Mist of Scales, which I like. I think it's a good one. So, Soulforge, Javinci Drop Table, Underspire team, shop, all that stuff. But let me set her up, and while I do that, watch an auto battle trial. See if they can win for you. It's Monday, starting over. How'd Guild Wars go? How'd it go? What am I pushing? Oops, wrong button. Alright, let's see if they can win here. Alright, Green Tower of Doom teams, high, mid, and low. Week's preview, Mist of Scales. It's the 22nd of September. Got about a week left. Sauna with the Gifted on the Ghost Train, appreciate it, running out there today. We are streaking a little bit. We bursted through the garage door. And, laid down the pimp juice, did a burnout, welded on the fart can, spoiler. Crashed through the door like the Kool-Aid man. And started on our trip finally. A little bit late, but better late than never, right? So we're doing it. Maybe we can streak at the end of the month again. That's what it took last month. But we gotta keep the momentum going for sure. Chatathon is this Saturday. Gems of War. Tower of Doom. So we got today, tomorrow, Friday, and Chatathon. And that may or may not be it. What do we got? We actually have Monday and Tuesday also. But the Chatathon usually makes up the bulk. So, but we got today, tomorrow, Friday, the Chatathon, and then next Monday and Tuesday. That's good. That's good. Gems of War. I don't know. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, setting her up, doing the back end stuff here. Did I do the thumbnail? I think I did. No, I haven't yet. I mean, I did it, but I haven't put it on there yet. There it goes. If you want to see a preview of the thumbnail, I usually do a ghost train, which is just a reminder, just a countdown, just a waiting room, and then we delete that and we do the real one. So if you're in the waiting room in the ghost train and the reminder stream thing, countdown, it will get deleted right before the real stream, and then you have to go to the live tab. But if you can't make it to the stream, or if you want to chat before the stream, or if you want a countdown of when the stream's going to start, it's a good place to be. Can show you some information, can show you what the thumbnail's going to look like, can show you when the stream's going to start. Like if you can't make it, like Sauna couldn't make it, but she still wanted to give a gifted and tell me why she's not making it and stuff, like that's a good spot. I always check that chat before I delete it, and everything in that chat still counts. It's just it's just a countdown ghost train thing, so it doesn't need to be. You can delete it when I'm done with it. Alright, got that. Almost ready. But how did everybody do in Guild Wars? I went 20-0, which for this one wasn't. If you don't know all the details, it's not that impressive. Because could have used Chrysantherax, could have been fighting, weak guilds. You never know. But for me, I did not use Chrysantherax, and I was fighting top 20, top 30 type of guilds, and I still went 20-0. I did get scared a little bit on a couple of the days, and I did go different path. So just full disclosure there. But I always increased our numbers to get a set. I never went down a path of least resistance. If I didn't want to go a path to turn multiple numbers to the next number, I would at least turn one number. I was always helping. I would go down the second hardest path if I didn't go down the first hardest path type of stuff. But it's if you see a team that's perfect to defend against your team, I don't know, unless you change your team, you're gonna have to go a different route and hope there's something different that your team will be good against. Especially this week for me. Every other week I just go the hardest way and try to turn as many numbers to the next one that I can to try to get sets, but I knew this week I had to play smarter with my team, and went 20-0, so it was good. Hopefully y'all went 20-0 too. I feel like most people probably did. It was the easiest Guild Wars we've had since the new Guild Wars for sure. Turn in your ticket to the train. Hit that like button. That like, finger the thumb, turn your mouse into a finger, and click the thumb. Live chat. We got Funky Town, we got Catherine, we got Sean. 17 and 20, not bad. Good morning, Funky Town. Sean went 20-0, good job. So you went 17 and 3, Catherine. That's good. All right, always buy this if you, as long as you don't buy it if you have the fully ascended pet already. You don't buy more of them; it doesn't do anything. But everybody needs to buy this at least one time. At least most people. Guess you could get it if you just keep doing the fights over and over and over and over and wait years and years and years. But yeah, most people are gonna have to at least buy this at some point. It's gems that you're gonna have to spend one day, so might as well take them out of your stack, even if you haven't bought it yet. Alright, let's get all our blinkies off the screen, and then we'll get to work on the Tower of Doom. Let me give to my guild. It says we lost, so my guild, I think, got defeated pretty much every day. But I went 20-0, so, and it wasn't that hard. I don't know, but it's putting us where we need to be. I think we're probably like a top 40, and right now we're in like the top 20. Alright, guild. Because they place you in Guild Wars, they place you based on your trophies and stuff that doesn't like have anything to do with skill. It's kind of like, how long has the guild been around? That's where how they place you. And then the ELO system will figure out where you're really supposed to be based on like how you're performing. So it's still trying to figure out where to put us. And I feel like we're probably top 50, top 40. And right now we're in the top 20, so we're going to slowly be going down, most likely. That's how I feel about it anyway. Alright, do we have all our basic tasks done? Yes, we do. Awesome. What is the next closest epic? They got the purple one done. Great. And 8 out of 12. So I'm going to give a million. I'm going to give exactly a million, because I have not been playing as much, and I want to make sure I have enough gold to always give a million. And, let's do this real quick. And let's go get our mail. This will show you what you can get from being in a really good guild. Ready? Classics here, what's going on? Need to catch up on some of your stuff, dude. I haven't been watching too much of anything. Alright, there you go. That's what you can get from being in a good guild. Lots of stuff, lots of good stuff, lots of stuff you'll need. Participate in the Ruby League. I got a couple XP boosters. Let's get rid of this stupid shrine, which is nothing burger. Nobody should ever buy that. We got gems right there. Glory keys. Campaign. Collect this. Nice Imperial Deed. And the Glory Shop, because you never know. What if the troop is good and we want to use it in Tower of Doom? Maybe it's not even green, though, but you always want to grab this. And the troop. I get it fully ascended because I'm at end game. Might as well. It is green. We'll go over it later, unless it's good for the event. Alright, here we go, Tower of Doom. So here comes the rant, right? First thing we're going to do is buy up in the shop. So you want to buy up to the weapon, because the weapon is the event. Costs you 250, it's 500 gems, but your guild, if you're in a good guild, they should be giving you, like I got 450 gems or something from just, you know, guild tasks, just logging in today. I got a free, pretty much free 450 gems, so you should be reinvesting into your guild. I don't know, though. If you're really low level, it always depends, but most people should be buying up to the weapon. Most people should reinvest those gems that your guild just gave you into the guild event. Because then you're just going to get some more gems back from the guild rewards and all kinds of other stuff. So it's worth it. Think about all the other stuff your guild gave you on those guild tasks besides the gems. Think about all the other rewards you're going to get for doing the guild event and just being in that guild and staying in that guild and all the guild events. And it's worth it for sure. Alright, grab this. And grab this. So the weapon will give us double points, double dooms. It deals damage to an enemy, +4 per tempering level. If they use green mana, explode 3 green gems. If the enemy has a doom, then gain a quarter of my mana back. It's kind of mid. The shovels were good. The first set of weapons were good. And this is kind of mid. But buy up to that. And I need to figure out where we're going. Tower of Doom. Your guild is going to have a scout. Your tower is going to be the same as everybody else in your guild, but it's not going to be the same as mine, unless you're DC United. It's not going to be the same as anybody else in the chat, unless you're in the same guild as them. So your tower layout is going to be the same as the people in your guild. So the people in your guild, there's going to be a couple of people who are going to buy up further in the shop, who are going to go in every single room, and then they're going to report back to the guild in some sort of way. Whether it's guild chat or some, like, I don't know, some spreadsheet or something on the internet. I forget what it's called. I need to remember, because we use it sometimes. But there'll be a password. They'll tell you the password. You go to that, and you can look at the just drop-down menus. Just fill in the blank. It'll tell you exactly where to go. But if not, they should be putting it in guild chat also, and or in the guild chat. Maybe a PlayStation Messenger or something like that will be where it is. You'll have to ask your guild, because it's probably different for everybody where they put the scouting. But, you know, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 people will go in every room, and they will tell you what's in every room. And you, as a non-scout, will only go to the unlocks, lucks, heroism, fireballs, and haste. The rest of them are not worth it. That's the whole point of there being a scout, is for them to tell you which rooms to go into. In a previous live stream, I think it was the last live stream or the live stream before that, I tried to make a metaphor of like, okay, in this room, there's a stinky trap, or a booger collection, or a bear trap, or a dead body, or a pile of poop. Like, you don't want to go in there. Like, the scouts are telling you, hey, in room 2, there's a pile of poop. Don't go in there. They're just trying to save you. Because every room costs a sigil. So why would you use a sigil to go look at the pile of poop? You know, they're telling you, go in this room. That's where the key is. If you go in here, there's a pile of poop. If you go in here, there's a booger collection. If you go in here, there's a bear trap. So go in this one, and only this one, and then go here. And that's how you'll get the most points for the least amount of sigils. If you go look at the booger collection, it's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you a sigil. It's going to cost you gems, pretty much. So don't go look at the booger collection. They're telling you, I already saw it. You don't need to see it. So I know what it is. It's going to be the same for you. So don't go in there. So if you ignore the scouts and you just go in every room, then they did that for nothing. They went in every room for nothing. They bought up further in the shop and spent more gems for nothing. They wasted their time. So don't do that. Don't make the scouts' job like obsolete. You don't need power. You don't need magic. You don't need armor and HP and attack for real. It's really not a good reason. I keep trying to think of a reason, but I can't even give people an excuse. The leaderboard is terrible. You know, it's a net negative. You have to spend way more than 500 to get 500, and that's only if you get first place. You have to spend way more than 100 to get 100. You have to spend way more than 200 to get 200, and that's everybody in the guild spending way more than 200 to get 200. So it's all stupid. The leaderboard's dumb. Most people should only go to floor 26. They should only go in the rooms that the scout said to go into, which are Unlock, Luck, Heroism, Fireball, and Haste. Unlock is the key to the next floor. Luck gives you double points, so it's worth it most of the time unless your guild is completely done and has all rewards. The Haste is just a free turn pretty much. so always pretty good unless you're just trying to rush through and get it. It's Sunday and you're just trying to hurry through it. Maybe you skip haste if you already have enough turns, but it's a no harm, no foul type of thing, and it can help you because later on you might be able to double up on sigils and make it easier for yourself because you have extra sigils from going in the haste rooms and no harm, no foul rooms because you get more Vow Ravens. And then the fireball is just a clear. You get to clear a room without even fighting it. It saves you time. You can use them higher up, so you're clearing hard rooms with just a click of a button, a fireball scroll. And then Heroism Scroll will clear an entire floor. So all you have to do is click this right here and use Scroll. You don't have to touch any of the rooms. You just click the boss room and use your Heroism Scroll, and it skips an entire floor. You only do that when there's just a unlock on the floor, though. So make sure you kind of look at the floor and there's not lucks and fireballs and heroisms on that floor. Because if you go straight to the boss and use a heroism scroll, it's not going to give you anything from the rooms. It'll just skip the floor for you and give you the points for the doom. So that's all the good ones. People, boons are bad. If you have boons, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You see how DC United has boons? That's because he's a scout. The scouts are going to get the stats that are worth getting. It's diminishing returns. Once you get a certain amount of magic in life and armor and attack, eventually it becomes too much. It's not worth it. Now you need 10 magic scrolls to get 1 magic. You need 10 armor scrolls to get 1 armor. It's just not worth it to go in those rooms and waste sigils and waste time to maybe get 1 more magic or 1 more armor or 1 more attack. The 5 scouts or whoever will go and hit every single room and get the magic, the attack, the life, and the armor scrolls that are worth getting before it becomes diminishing returns. They'll get the soft caps, the easy to get stats that are going to help the whole guild without 10 people having to get a magic scroll just for 1 magic and waste their time. So that's basically the Tower of Doom. So yeah, the more boons you have, just look at boons as mistakes. Like you're not following directions, you are wasting the scout's time if you get boons. Unless you're a scout. If you're on the highest floor that your guild's ever been in, then report it to the guild and tell them what's in every room and be a scout. But if you're in a floor on a floor that somebody already did, just go do the rooms that they tell you to do. Don't go in every single room. Or you're getting boons for no reason, so you're getting mistakes, and you're telling the scout that you don't care about their gems and their time and their effort, and you're just, screw you, scout, is what you're saying by getting boons. Alright, let's see. Should be scouting because DC's doing it, and he's awesome. Alright. Tower of Doom map can be found. Okay, so that's where it is. sidbushes.com. If you guys want to use that, it's pretty sweet. I'll just use my guild chat for the stream, but I'll probably use that for everything else going forward. Floor 1, 2 unlock, 3 attack, 4 magic, 5 life. So we're just going in 2. DC already got the attack, the magic, and the life. But he's posting it so we know what's in there. So we know he went in there. So we know we're not missing anything, right? That's why they post it. It's not for you to, oh, I better go in the magic. No, it's just to show that he went in all those rooms. He already checked them. He already peeked in the door. He already saw what was in there. You don't have to do that now because he already did it. So we just go into 2, unlock. That's it. We don't need to go into attack, magic, or life. Just 2, unlock. So we'll go to 2. We'll make a team, high, mid, and low. Let's do our high-level team first. High level, I do, you know, I assume you have everything in the game. You're a high-level player. And we're just going to use the best team that we can. What are y'all saying? Good morning, Classic. Good morning, Yoke. Hello, Mike. Florian's here. Let's go. So, it's green. Green's the restriction, so first thing that comes to mind is Chrysanthrax, of course. We have to put the weapon on the team to get the extra points, so let's find that weapon. We can do upgradable because I have most weapons upgraded, so it'll be one of the only ones that is not upgraded for me. And I have enough scrolls to do it, so I will. Can also use orbs here. Look at all the orbs I have, so I could do orbs too, but I have enough scrolls, so I just did the scrolls. It entangles the first enemy. It drains 2 mana from green enemies. Okay. Kind of just put this thing on the bottom of your team and just have it there to give you extra points. You can put it in your first slot if you need it as a tank, though. Stuff like that. It's either in first slot or last slot, usually. So it has to be on the team. So when I think of green and I think of mana generation, I think of Leprechaun, of course. I think of Bog Strider. I think of Zarg Boompile. So you can either do like a double Zarg Boompile, or you can do a Leprechaun Bog Strider. I think I'm going to do Leprechaun Bog Strider. Let's do A to Z. And we'll go B. Bog Strider's good because it's really low mana cost and it's really good mana generator. We're going to put it in first slot because it's only using one color, so it's not blocking our Chrysantherax too bad. And Leprechaun will go in last slot because it's empowered. Or second to last slot. We'll put the stinky weapon in last slot. But Leprechaun. So that would be, hey, I got everything in the game. But you could put something else right here too. You could use this exact team and just put your best troop right there. If you got Stellarix, some other... Let's look at it. Let's say you don't have Chrysantherax, right? You could do... You don't have Chrysantherax, okay? You could do Imaldrin. That'd be pretty similar. You could do Gladius. Just any of the green dragons would fit in there. So Gladius, Imaldrin. What else would be good? You know, Narkithis, Naboyadrix. Even Phoenicia would be okay for a little bit. Stellarix, of course, would be perfect replacement for Chrysantherax. Scourge of Honor would be good. True damage to all enemies. Hits pretty hard. Just trying to give you, like, I know I do Chrysantherax a lot. So Topasarth. Any of those would be good for high-level players if you don't have Chrysantherax. Banner, we're definitely going to do green because our whole team is green. And then it doesn't really matter from there because we got green. So why not do purple just because Leprechaun uses purple? Since it doesn't really matter. And we can minus blue because we got to minus something. We have to, if you're going to use the strongest banners, then you have to figure out what you're going to minus. I don't like pussyfooting around using non +2, +1, -1. So I always use a +2, +1, -1. Class, green, I think about Archer. Green Storm, green class, 50% start. Even though we don't really need a 50% start here because we're not really counting on our weapon to do much, but still think Archer would be the best way to go. Elemental, monster, yeah. Alright, so that would be my... This is what I'm probably going to use for me. You know, you could do the Zarg Boompile, but then you only have 2 slots for it, and I think I'd want 3 slots for it. But so I think it's kind of like doing Leprechaun Thrall. Could do Marilith too, but maybe we'll do that on our mid. All right, let's go to battle. See how it goes. I'll show you the team code. Yoke says I opened 400 Vault Keys and I did not get the tarot card King of Runes. Is it in the Vault Keys drop table? There's definitely one that's not available. I can't remember if that's the one or if it's King of Cups. If that's the only one you're missing, then it's probably not available. There's always one that's not available because it's in the campaign or it's in some very recent thing and they don't want to give it to you right away. Alright, if you have both of these up, cast Leprechaun because all the mana that Leprechaun generates will go straight to the Chrysantherax. If you cast the Bog Strider, all the green will go back into the Bog Strider. There we go. We should get our unlock, which is the key to the boss room. Got it. Now we only go to the boss room. Everything else isn't worth it. DC already went in there. He saw all the nasty, gross stuff that we don't need to see. Well, we could pretty much do Leprechaun every time. Bog Strider's there in case we need to cast twice, or in case our Leprechaun somehow doesn't get up our Chrysantherax. Could also do an Anu, since we don't have, and I'm not even doing Nisha, so something like that. I'd say double Nisha, Anu. Tower of Doom fight. Okay, floor 2. See what DC's doing. Oh, that's somebody else. Never mind. Floor 2. 2 unlock, 3 life, 4 life, 5 armor. So just 2 again. So we'll do one more floor with this team, and then I'll make another team without Chrysantherax. A mid team, if you will. And then I'll even do a low-level team. Leprechaun filling that Chrysantherax pretty much every time. That's happening because we have an Anu Metal. We got an Explode Potion. We got an Enchant Potion. We went double green on our banner. So it's filling up on just one Leprechaun cast every time, so far. And it will again. They're all dead. Alright, so that's if you have everything in the game. But, like I said, you could replace Chrysantherax with anything and this team will work. As long as you're hitting all enemies with something super strong like Scourge of Honor or a Maldron or Narkithis or something like that. Floor 3, 2 unlock, 3 armor, 4 armor, 5 life, so another 2 unlock. That's good, because 2's the easiest room. There's the team. Everything is for a reason on it. Archers for a reason, the banners for a reason, the order of the troops are for a reason. All for a reason. And you have to, if you want double points, you have to use this. But you only have to, it only counts on the boss room, technically. So if you really wanted to, you could do the regular rooms without the boss weapon. And then do the boss room with the weapon. But it's such an annoying thing to go back and forth like that. So I just usually, like, see how easily, like, this is working perfectly and fine. Like, I just leave it on the team and just don't use it. But it's giving me points, so it's doing something. Alright, so that's the high-level team. You could do almost the same thing. I don't need... Is there any cool weapons, maybe? Probably not. Ruby weapon is not green. You have the... Can't use that. Oh, yeah, duh, you can't use weapons. I'm an idiot. So don't even look at your weapons, because you have to use the Doom Sting Shot. Alright, let's find a troop that's good for mythic or legendary and under. Where'd my thing go? Hold on. Thanks, Yoke. Yeah, it's mainly like get up Chrysantherax and then cast it twice if you have to type of deal, I would say. Alright, what's our best green legendary and under troop? Got Gob Truffle, he's okay. I'm sure we have true damage, though. Like, Queen Beatrix would be great. Queen Beatrix would be good. Foxfire King would be good if you don't have Queen Beatrix. You should, though. If you have Foxfire King but not Queen Beatrix, then you're getting the Underworld troops in the wrong order. But it's still good. If you want to use it for a change, you don't like Queen Beatrix for some reason, you could... Foxfire King just doesn't have a chance to loop. I don't know. But hey, it's another option. Foxfire King, Queen Beatrix, Venoxia. Venoxia is available this week too, so I think Queen Beatrix is the best thing you could do if you want to do a legendary or under team, but I'm going to do Venoxia just because it's available this week. It's Mist of Scales week. And it's a green troop, and it does true damage to all enemies, so let's do this. And same thing pretty much as the first team. And who cares that these are the same? Because Leprechaun's empowered, so it doesn't need mana, hopefully. As we get deeper, you might have to switch your team a little bit, but this should work for at least a little while. But yeah, I think Queen Beatrix is probably better, but I'm just going to do this for fun. It's Mist of Scales week, and it's a Mist of Scales troop. Banner should still be pretty good. Let's do... Yeah, we did green-purple. That's good. Class is still good. So yeah, just replacing one troop, pretty much. Might get kind of like... Once you get up to the 20s... But that's the fun thing about Tower of Doom is you get fireball scrolls, you get heroism scrolls, you do the haste scrolls, you get extra turns. You only have to go to a certain floor, whether it be 26 or 30 or whatever. So, you know, you use your fireball scrolls up higher, you use your heroism scrolls up higher on certain floors. You double up on sigils to finish the event at a certain level on the tower, so it's kind of fun. If you do the Tower of Doom right as a non-scout, it's kind of fun and strategic. Would I recommend a scout use this team? Probably not, but if you're a scout, you should be a higher level, one of the best people in the guild, and you should just have Chrysantherax or Maelstrom Dagonath or CT or something like that, and not be using Venoxia. If you have to use Venoxia or Queen Beatrix, you probably shouldn't be a scout. Unless you're in a lower level guild, and I don't know, even in lower level guilds, you think like the guild leader would have Chrysantherax. And that they would be the scout. Okay. But yeah, just because Mystiscale's weak, I like Venoxia. I think people don't use it enough. It is harder to get than Queen Beatrix, though. I should have did... Oh, I could make this team slightly different. Could do Marilith. First slot instead of Bogstrider. And then you'll have... I don't know if that's better, but it's at least a little bit different. Okay, floor 4, we got 2 life, 3 armor, 4 life, and 5 unlocks. So we're only going to do 5. Alright, so definitely could do this. But I think I'm going to try... I'm going to try Marilith. Because it does true damage, it destroys 2. Make it a little more different than the first team. Now we have a little bit more coloration too. Instead of just 2 colors, we have 3 colors. Probably change it to green-red though. Well, I don't know. Sure. Let's see how it goes. Most of the time, Leprechaun's just going to fill the Venoxia, but you'll have Marilith there to do a little bit more damage. This might take you a little bit further, you know? So if we have both, we do the Leprechaun. Got our unlock. Let's do the boss. And I'll make a low-level team, Epic and Under. Even though we could use Underworld troops, we could use Queen Beatrix. You should have it as a low-level player, but... See, that time Marilith might have stole our mana, but it still works out. Alright, floor 5. 2 armor, 3 unlock, 4 life, 5 armor, so we're just going to do 3. Another team. So I'm trying to mention like a bunch of other stuff as I show team codes. Like with this one, you could use Bogstrider here instead. Like right here, you could use Queen Beatrix instead and still do this. You could use Queen Beatrix and Venoxia. That might be cool. But you gotta hope the Leprechaun fills them. I kind of like having 2 mana generators. Could use a combination of all that stuff. Marilith, Bogstrider, Venoxia, Queen Beatrix, Leprechaun, and the weapon. Some sort of combination of all that for Legendary and Under. But for Mythics, of course, Chrysantherax and all the green dragons and Scourge of Honor, stuff like that would be better. Low level team, green. We got Rowan, right? Most likely. So you're just trying to do what you can do for your guild, your low level. Got Rowan. We have to use this. We should probably use Leprechaun. Probably all the same, man. I don't see a reason to change it. Like, with the low-level team, you might put your weapon up top just to protect your team a little bit, because you got lower stats. So I guess I'll do it like that. Something like that. And then you'd put guard medals on. That's not good. We need green. Let's do green red again, but we need to not minus blue. Okay, purple's fine because Leprechaun, hopefully we only have to cast it once. I'm just gonna use Archer for all of them. So yeah, super low level team, because you know, if you got Queen Beatrix, you should probably use it. But super low level team here. Put on your guard medals. Got this red. Got this green. Let's do this. Unlock scroll. It was just that, right? Yes. Alright, we'll do the boss, and that'll be it for Tower of Doom. If you have any questions, let me know. I know it's one of the most confusing guild events in the game. The hardest guild event is Journey. The most confusing is probably Tower of Doom. Now let's just do this. Chat with a 2! DC with the 5 and the gifted. Thank you so much, bro. DC out there with the sauna. She was there early. Early bird gets the worm. Yeah. And DC ran out there with her. What a gentleman. Putting down his jacket on the puddle. Getting the umbrella out. It must be raining. Then Chad with a 2. Slam dunking, alley-ooping. Come on. DC said, howdy, Cynical and all you Center Squire members and lurkers alike. Can't stay long, but wanted to say hi and show appreciation for all of you. Thanks, Cinny Man. No problem, bro. Thank you a lot, man. The gifted went to Java Puppy. I do love me some Venoxia. I just thought, you know, some troops I feel like don't get enough shine, and then I want to, like, I overcorrect for it. So I want to show Venoxia because nobody really shows it. What's some other troops that you guys say it in the chat, like, what's some other troops that I kind of show? I can't really think of another one right now, but Venoxia is definitely one of them. Shoggoth is another one. I like Shoggoth more than most people do. I think the Great Maul, I don't show it a lot, but I feel like before you get High King Irongut, it can be a little High King Irongut Jr. Like if you're doing difficult delve stuff before you get it, before you get High King Irongut, or before you get boss troops or something, could use the Great Maul. Yeah, there's some sleepers out there that people don't show as much as they should. Or they don't, you know. I show them a little bit more to make up for how nobody else shows them. Or they downplay them a little bit. Noxia hits hard, and it doesn't loop very good, but it can loop. And it's a dragon, and it's true damage to all. And it's Mr. Scales week. You gotta, when else we gonna, yeah? Gotta. Alright, so that was Tower of Doom, y'all. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for scouting, DC. Weekly preview time. Let's start with these. Long Hiss, good night. New ultra rare troop. Cascabel? Get this troop with glory from the Ward's tab of the shop. Tower of Doom, defeat Dooms and gain points for your guild. Build a team from a color green and search for the Dooms. Just showed that. Teams high, mid, low, plus mentioned a few other substitutions. Campaign is going on for 62 days, 62 more days. It's week of Mist of Scales. All Mist of Scales troops gain 10% to skills. Week of Naga. All Naga gain 10% to their skills. And bonus gold, use the Cascabel in PvP and Explore to gain 400 gold. I don't do that ever. I've never done that. I tried it way back in the day. It didn't seem like it was worth it. So I think this is another big nothing burger. I need to write that down. I think I have a list of nothing burgers. I'm gonna like make a video one day, maybe. What should I call this? The bonus? The Glory Shop bonus thing? The Glory Troop? Glory Troop bonus thing is what I'll call it. It's a nothing burger. Don't worry about it. Don't consider it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You can get gold easier. You can get souls easier. You can get trait stones easier. It's a stupid thing. Alright. Let's look at the Soul Forge. I have no idea what's in here. Rain's here. Beg's here. Just got done showing the Tower of Doom teams and explaining the Tower of Doom and ranting a little bit like always about it because lots of people do it wrong and lots of people get mad. They get mad that they're doing it wrong, for real. They don't listen to their scout. They go in all the wrong rooms. They get a bunch of boons. They go to floor 80. Nobody's going to be going to floor 80. I don't know why you're doing that, but it's like telling people, warning people about something they're just never going to need to worry about type of stuff. Like, don't go into this room over here. There's a booger collection, but it's on floor 80, so you're not going to get up there anyway, so I don't know why I'm telling you about it, but yeah. It's one of those things. Be like somebody telling me their favorite gas station in Louisiana or something. Alright, what's our dragon? I always do that first because I'll forget if I don't do it first. Ruby Wrath. Ruby Wrath is a Diamantina dragon. It's the red Diamantina dragon. So if you have every single dragon except for the red dragon for Diamantina, then you would craft this to finish it off. Alright, the Mythics. What do we got? Archdruid Blackwood. This is not the first time he's been available, but it might be like the second for free to play. I already have it, so we had a chance at some point to get it. We got Dow. We got Queltzalma. And we got Sycorax. It's a difficult one. I do like Sycorax. It's another underrated troop, kind of like Venoxia and Shagarath and Great Maul and stuff like that. I don't use it as often these days, but before like all the dragons came in and the ruby weapon and stuff, I was using this for sure. Psycho Mega Missy is the team I usually did, but you can use it with other stuff too, like King Gob, Truffle Queen, Beatrix. I usually put it in first slot and it just loops and loops and loops and loops and loops and sets off Mistralis, and Mistralis gets free casts, and it sets off Megavore. Megavore has a bunch of chances to do the instant kill. It's a fun team. It's a safe team. But I don't use it as much anymore. I like Sycorax. I think it's strong. It's probably like the best of this kind of troop. The trolls that do the colors. And it gives life to your whole team while it's looping, so you can get your whole team up to like maxed out life too, like 999 or 1,000 or whatever it is. But I feel like I use Queltzalma more these days because of certain restrictions. If you wanna, they're pretty close for me. Queltzalma and Sycorax are the two best. They're not top 20s though, so keep saving if you're saving for top 10s and top 20s. If you're saving for Ironhawk or High King Irongut or Takshaka or Pharaoh or something like that, keep saving. But I still always put them in order in case you want to know what the next best thing is. So these are not top 20s, and they're probably not even top 25s. So Queltzalma and Sycorax are really close for me. If you want one that you're actually going to use, probably Queltzalma. If you want the stronger of the two, might be Sycorax. So they're very close. I'll say Queltzalma just because I'll leave my bias out of it, and I'll go with the troop that I've actually been using a little bit. So Quel'Thama's number 1 this week, 26 green, yellow, purple, Suncrest, Divine Strix, deal scatter damage, boosted by a chosen gem color, except yellow. Then create 10 yellow gems and remove all gems of the chosen color. 20% chance to resurrect myself with full mana when I die, summon a light storm at the start of battle. So whenever you have those Strix or Suncrest restrictions, you might have to use it. It's usually like the best thing. You try to loop with it, you try to keep it on your turn and slowly chip them down with it. Maybe with Ecotl, maybe with Nimbus Bow, maybe with Egress. Stuff like that. Harpy Mage maybe. Stuff like that is usually what it goes with. Staff of Storms. So, it would be a solid addition to your roster, but it's not a top 20 or even a top 25. It's like a B- tier mythic. Maybe, yeah, probably B- around there. It's a B tier mythic. It's not a S, it's not an A, it's like a B something. Same with Sycorax, B tier, probably, these days. 25 blue, green, brown, Blackhawk, Elemental Mystic, double a chosen color gem on the board, then create 3 more gems of that color, give life to all allies of this color. So you want to build a team all of the same color. So either all blue, or all green, or all brown. And then you cast on that color, if you can, and you just keep looping and looping and looping and looping. Your whole team goes up to, it's not the point, like the point isn't to get your team full life, like max life, but it usually just happens while you're doing that, and then you are trying to set off other troops' third trait, like if they do something on 4 or 5 gem match. So, like I mentioned, Megavore or Mistralis. And that's usually how it goes. You'll put this in first slot, you'll loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop on green or blue or brown, and then you'll get a free Mistralis cast, and you'll have a bunch of free chances to instant kill with Megavore, and then you'll loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop, free Mistralis cast, a bunch of chances to kill with Megavore, loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop, free Mistralis cast. You know what I mean? It just goes like that. The enemy never gets a turn. You're slowly chipping them down while you're getting up to max life. So it's pretty cool if you can get it going. It does start slightly slow. Like, if you don't get going with it, that's when it would lose. But if it starts looping, if Sycorax starts looping, and you have the right troops on your team, you're gonna win. But it's like the very first, like the first 2 turns of the fight is very important, because it could lose if you get frozen and the enemy starts looping you instead or something like that. So yeah, I'd say Quel'Thama's number 1 this week, Sycorax is number 2, and then we got Dow or Arch. I gotta look at the Archdruid, dude. Maybe he is actually good. True damage to all enemies, boosted by Entangle Gems, then disease them all. So he would probably be next. I'm not a big... You know, true damage is always nice to all enemies, but there's probably something better, especially in Elemental and Mystic. It would have to be like a Midnight restriction that you would use this guy. Boosted by Entangle Gems, something you can't do a lot of. Disease isn't that great. Impervious. It's okay. It's like a C+, B-, somewhere around there. It's a newer troop. I don't use it, but maybe if it's a Midnight restriction, I would use it. And then last is Dow. Dow is like what's her face? The other one, Shabana Vespera, is like the better version of Dow. So Dow is just like and Shabana Vespera is not even that good. So Dow is just a worse version of Shabana Vespera, who isn't even that good. Shabana Vespera is like a C+, so Dow is like a D+ or something. 26 red, purple, brown, Leonis Empire, Elemental Mystic. Eliminate 21 from a random skill on an enemy. Destroy 8 gems of one of their mana colors. Then repeat 2 more times for random enemies. 30% chance to summon a Servant of Dow when matching 4 or more gems. So I never, he sucks. I never use him. He's just bad. Might be one of the, he's probably not one of the worst in the game, but he's never considered a good, he's never going to win first place on anything. Not good. Super mid, below mid. It's like below average. Alright, legendaries. We got Bunny Nog. That one's pretty bad. Kraken used to be awesome, but no longer use it. Used to go with Justice. If anybody remembers Kraken Justice. was a really meta team back in the day for like 6 months or something, 4 months maybe. What else? Theo on the milk carton. He was supposed to be super awesome, the best thing ever, but nobody uses it. But you know, he was the beginning of this third trait type of thing where Takshaka is now way better than Theo. Zarg Boompile is way better than Theo. Emberclaw is way better than Theo. Farrakafru is way better than Theo. But he started it. He was the start of all that. But it just wasn't. We gotta hold your horses. Hold your horses. Because Theo was not it. He was the start of all that, at least. Then Dragon Knight Amira. True damage to last 2 enemies boosted by red dragon gems barrier myself. They're all kind of Duke. I don't use any of those legendaries, I don't think. Kraken's old, Bunny Nog sucks. Theo's not great. I might have to give Theo not last place, though, at least, because, man, is Theo the best one? Best legendary? That doesn't mean you should craft it, though. Don't craft legendaries unless it's Tesla or, like, Emberclaw. The rest of them you should just get from keys and not waste your diamonds. Man, this is funny. I'm going to have to put Theo first. I don't like Theo. I mean, this one maybe. True damage to 2 enemies. Barrier. 35% chance to convert a red gem to a red dragon gem when my turn begins. 50% skull reduction. Just out of spite, I'm going to give Dragon Knight Amira the #1 slot. 16 red, purple, Leonis Empire, Wargear, Knight. Pretty solid. Just, I've never used it. But looks solid. I wouldn't craft it. We'll give Theo second. He gives 3 to 10 mana to all other allies, then summons either Ragnagord, Nutcracker, Tannenbaum, or Kris Kringle. So think about what if he gives you 3 mana, and what if you don't need to summon? Then he just barely did anything. Then he creates a Wish Gem when my turn begins. That can backfire big time if it doesn't match. So I'm not a big Theo fan, but I'll give him second this week because the other ones suck. I mean, Kraken's probably third. Can Devour. Creates 8 blue gems. You have to put it with like a blue troop. Bunny Nog is bad. Horrible. Even though the troop art's kind of cool. Deals damage to an enemy. If the enemy is a knight, deal double damage, and there's a 50% chance to devour knights. Anything that's like that specific. I don't like things that are like super specific, and I don't like things that are like maybe. So it's too specific on like who it wants to fight. So that's the Soul Forge. I would say most people should just save their diamonds. There is nothing here that you can't live without for sure. Save your diamonds. If you just had to spend them for some reason, like you're not gonna be playing the game next week or something, I guess Queltzama would be the way to go, or Sycorax. All right, weapons. Do we got anything cool here? This you're gonna get in the event because it's way smarter. You get more stuff. It makes it easier. You get more turns. You get more potions. You get more. Buying it here is just a total waste. But I could see maybe a person out there who has 800 diamonds, but they don't have 500 gems or something like that. But hopefully you never get into that position. Got the Serpent Tooth. Serpent Poop. The Doomed Poop. It's Loop. Poop. This one sucks. This one sucks. Always here. This one's cool. Explodes for Naga. Summon a Naga troop. Anything that says explode and then if it looks like that text but just for a different typing or something, it's usually pretty good. Collection purposes, you want those. If you're gonna get, like, nothing else is worth getting for real, so if you don't have Scale Guard Protector, it wouldn't be a bad idea to craft it for just 300 diamonds to have another explodey weapon. Dustbringer's always here. Dagger of Scales is probably butt, yes. Medusa Tome is a tool for your tool belt, so worth getting if you're not getting anything else and you don't have it, but not as good as the explodey. Cobra's Curse, same thing as Medusa's Tome. Just for different colors and Naga instead of Mista Scales. Another tool for your tool belt. And that's it. That's it. So yeah. I would say the best weapon is the Scale Guard Protector. If you're doing collection purposes, get Scale Guard Protector, and then get Medusa's Tome, and then get Cobra's Curse, or something like that. None of the rest of them are that good, but if you're not getting anything else, you might as well grab weapon. You know, when I say they're poopy, it's like, if you have nothing else to get this week, you can get one weapon you don't have, maybe. So you have another weapon from Mist of Scales. But don't go and get, like, every weapon you don't have. That's a fast way to run out of jewels and diamonds and stuff for stuff that you're never going to use. Like, you don't want to be getting Medusa's Ring and Mirror Shield and Doomed Loop and, you know, Dagger of Scales and all at the same time, because you're never going to use any of them, and you only need so many weapons from Mist of Scales. Just work on it slowly and try to get the good ones first and all that. I need a computer chair, man. Mine hurts my ass, like bad. Went to floor 25 already, Rain? Nice. Are you like a scout? Yandy's here. Working and lurking, trying to get those electric bills down. Nice, Rain. I need one of those bad. Mine is horrible. I think I found it on the side of the road or some No, I remember. I got it in an estate sale or something. Like, both of the armrests are like peeling away. You can see the stuffing. And then the butt, it's like hard. It's just hard. There's like no cushion pretty much. I like put my pillow or something sometimes. But then you start farting on your pillow and then you have to sleep on your pillow. So I try not to do that because I don't want to like fart on my pillow and then, you know, it feels so like stupid. It's kind of like when you fart and then you squat down into the fart. You're like at work, you're working hard, you just ate lunch or something, you just like have to let one rip, you like walk a little bit far away so nobody can hear you, and you're just like, but then like all of a sudden you have to kneel down and get something under the counter right after you go, it's like, I feel like such an idiot, I just kneeled down into my own fart cloud. Well, like, same thing if you put your pillow on your computer chair to make it not hurt your butt, and then you're sitting there farting into your pillow, and then you lay on your pillow at night. Then you get pink eye. You get brown eye, then pink eye. Your brown eye gives you pink eye, dude. It's like fingering the thumb. When you finger the thumb, your brown eye gives you pink eye. Alright, anyway. That was the Soul Forge. Pretty much don't get anything, like is the TLDR. Get that Scale Guard Protector if you don't have it, I guess. Qualzama would be like the craziest. You know. So that was Soul Forge. Next up would be the shop. We'll just look at this new troop. We'll mention the trait stone. 13 blue-green, Mista Scales, Divine Naga, Cascabel. Deal true damage to an enemy. If they die, inflict 1 to 3 negative status effects on them. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be stupid? Deal true damage to an enemy. If they die, then inflict 1 to 3 negative status effects on them. On their dead body. Now, it inflicts 1 to 3 negative status effects on all other enemies. So, it's like a fun arena troop. That's not going to be something you're going to use, most likely. Single target damage. It is true damage, but it has to kill. With that tiny bit of true damage, it has to kill something just to do maybe 1 negative status effect. So you can see how that worst case scenario is kind of horrible. Kind of like Theo in his worst case scenario, where he gives everybody 3 mana, summons nothing, and then backfires. This thing could do true damage, not kill anything, and then that's it. So it's not great. Arcane Swamp trait stones are pretty good, though. You can fully trait your Queen Beatrix, for example. So go check out all your troops, see if you have any green, blue troops that you need to fully trait, and then you can get a bunch of trait stones just for glory. It's a good deal. Look at all the gold and keys and other trait stones you get, too. You gotta figure out, like, it's coupon clipping. You know, you're looking up all the promo codes for your pizza right here. You're being smart. You're getting your trait stones like this. Because you get other stuff too. So green, blue. We'll look at it very briefly because I know most people don't care. Green, blue, all color, base rarity, show all. So just, you know, look like right here and go find everything that has a cool third trait, like Aquaticus, Tsunami, Urali, the Poison Gaze. It's going super fast, you know. Unstable Possession, Zarg Boom Pile especially, you know, he has to have that to be any good. And then your legendaries, like your 50% start for elves, your Royal Honey, come on. Your triple skull damage versus poison and webbed enemies. So make sure you have all those fully traded. Anything that's any good, like even Mercy, make sure you have that. If you don't have all that stuff fully traded, then you should be buying that trait stone in the Glory Shop. Taipan, Empowered. And Veneratus, really important. Empowered troop. So make sure you have all that stuff fully traded before you scoff at getting a bunch of trait stones in the Glory Shop. Oh, event key drop table is pretty good in my opinion. I like it. Mista Scales. It's not number 1, it's not top 3, but it might be top 5. Top 5 is worth mentioning, I would feel. Anything after the top 5 is probably not worth mentioning because of how many event keys you don't get and how hard it is to save them up. But top 5 is kind of worth mentioning, and I think that Mista Scales is right there, 5 or 6, as far as kingdoms to throw event keys at. So let's look at it. Mista Scales. Mostly for Takshaka, but there's other good things too. Alright, is Bothros available or not? We could go look and see if anybody's gotten it. Yeah, your body will thank you, dude. Like, my whole body, like, my whole lower... my ass, my everything, like, kind of hurts. I sit in it a lot, because I don't know, before I go to bed, I chill in my chair and, like, watch YouTube. And sometimes I fall asleep in it. Then I regret it. But is this available? I don't know. It's kind of a new mythic. So I don't know if it would be. Might be too long. Too long ago. Urali, Takshaka, Medusa, Queen Aurora. Shabana Vespera, Urali, Mambasira. I don't see it. I'm assuming it's not here. It's not that good anyway. It'd almost be better if it's not here, because then you'll have a higher chance of getting Takshaka. So hopefully it's not here. Not sure, though. It's not like, oh, not that many people should need to know whether it's here or not. Just don't waste event keys trying to get Bothros. It's not that good anyway. Urali's used for, like, that Scorpius Urali team pretty much. But you don't really need to do that too much anymore. Medusa's not great. Mambasira is just a damage dealer, and that's it. And gives her turn up to the other team. You're really looking for Takshaka. If you're throwing event keys, you're looking for your 2-3 Takshakas. You saw the Guild Wars, right? What team, if you're going to lose to something, what was it? Takshaka? If you want to make sure you're going to win, what do you use? Sometimes Takshaka. Takshaka is really good. Takshaka came into the game 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it would be so OP and everybody would use it. Even when it did come into the game, it was super OP. Just like Here Comes Pharaoh Cafru, Zarg Boom Pile, Chrysantherax, Maelstrom Dagonath. Like, the only reason it's not used on every team all the time is because of all the other super awesome OP troops that came in after it. But it's still like pretty much S tier, A tier, mythic. Really awesome. Like, its spell is awesome and its third trait is awesome. Does the Pharaoh Cafru Emberclaw type of thing with the Zarg Boom Pile. Create a ×3 wildcard when my turn begins. If you have 3 of them on your team, you do 3 3 ×3 wildcards. You get your thing up automatically. Whatever your other troop is, you cast it, you win. Or just Takshaka can get itself up like that. And then does true damage to an enemy and a random enemy. Then creates a mix of blue and green. And it uses blue. And usually green's a good other color for stuff. So, super awesome troop. One of my favorite troops, I would say. And you need at least 2, and you probably ideally want 3 of them. It's one of those. So there's definitely people out there who need another copy. The only it's like event keys though. Do you have Ironhawk? Do you have High King Iron Gut? Do you have Pharaoh Kafru? If you gotta like kind of have all that first before you'd be throwing all your event keys for Takshaka. But like I said, Guild Wars, it was all over Guild Wars like smoking stuff just yesterday. Okay, so there's probably 4 mythics in the drop table, so it's really hard to get though. That's the problem. You would want at least probably 5,000 event keys to see a Takshaka. Of course, you can get it from 200, you can get it from 1,000, you can get it from 2,000. But if you want to make sure you get a Takshaka, I would say 5,000 is the starting bid to get a Takshaka with event keys. And I don't even have 5,000 myself, so I know it's pretty tough. Venoxia's here, underrated, but I think it's really good. It would be your consolation prize. It goes good with Takshaka. These two go good together. Marilith is a really good mana generator, especially for red. We just used it, you know. Marilith is great. I like it. Taipan's a okay empowered converter. Stone Viper's decent. Sometimes lower, you know. Bog Strider's great. So, Bog Strider, Marilith, Venoxia, Takshaka, Takshaka, Takshaka. Lots of good stuff through all the rarities is what makes Mista Scales, in my opinion, very close to a top 5 kingdom to throw event keys at. You could just miss pretty hard is the only thing. You get like Medusa, Mambasira, but hopefully you'd get Venoxia and Marilith and Bog Strider too, at least. So that's the good thing about it. The bad thing is like bunch of mythics and you need a bunch of copies. The good thing is if you happen to miss, you could get Venoxia, Marilith, and Bog Strider at least. That's what makes up a good kingdom, like a really awesome mythic, and then if you miss, like the consolation prizes are good as well. So that's the event key drop table. What else is going on this week? Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. Cat is here. How's it going? Okay. What's going on this week, y'all? We got Tower of Doom, Green Tower of Doom. Just went over that. Teams high, mid, low. Go check it out at the beginning of the stream, pretty much. It is Mista Scales week, so Mista Scales Underspire, Epic Trials, Vinky Drop Table, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Glory Shop Troop. Tuesday is Mista Scales. Is it? What is that? Fang Moor? Dark Pits. Or Fang Moor. Which one is it? I think it would be Fang Moor, but is it not? Let's look it up. Or we can probably look right here. Dark Pits. Dark Pits, because Dark Pits is associated with Mista Scales. So Tuesday's Dark Pits. We'll go over that tomorrow. The Pure Faction team. So tomorrow's Dark Pits faction event. Wednesday, we got the little Poison Flower thing pet. Thursday is Assassin class event. And this weekend is the Chatathon on Saturday morning. Which it may be it could be the very long, not hyper Chatathon. Mrs. Senny's off. So I don't have to like be driving around and stopping at a certain time and stuff. So it might go back to the super long, like 20 an hour one. Like when I can, I'll do that. I'm not really trying to like, I know inflation, I might as well, but whoa, look at this. Frightful Spooks event starts in 27 days, 15 hours. Must be Halloween event or something. That looks gross. Whatever that is. But yeah, that's what's going on this week. It's a Nightmare Circus this weekend. The faction expansion. We're going to get our final 5th troop for, you know, it's the last faction that needed its 5th troop. And then it's gonna go all the way back around to like Hall of Guardians and start giving us a 6th troop. And it's just gonna be a stupid epic. It's boring. They could have done something way cooler. I was kind of excited to finish up with the 5th troop deep delves for all the factions because I was like, that's cool. Maybe they could do something different after they're done with all that. maybe they could give us another legendary or a mythic for the factions, or do the overworld. Like, there's so many cool things they could have done, but no, they did the most boring, stupid thing. It's going to be for another whole 38 freaking weeks. We're just going to get another troop, and it's just going to be a stupid epic, and it's the most boring thing, the most uncreative thing they could have done. It's so annoying. I think that's been confirmed on the forum via a dev, that they're just running back through all the freaking factions again, and they're just adding a 6th troop, and it's just an epic, which is like the worst one they could have picked. Pretty sure. Like, I get on the forum and I read the forum, and somebody asked that question, and that's what Jetto said. So big boring, whole another 38 weeks of faction events on the weekend. It's not even gonna add a deep delve. Like at least right now it adds a deep delve and a 5th troop, and sometimes the 5th troop helps, most time it doesn't. But the next round, it's not even gonna add a deep delve. It's just gonna add 1 troop. Like, I don't know. It sounds so dumb and boring and uncreative. So that's what's going on this week. Let's make an Underspire team. Got Mista Scale, so shouldn't be too bad. Lots of good troops. Takshaka especially. Weapons. Weapons. So we'll probably use the weapon to mana generate. Probably be this one, right? Looking like... it'd be cool if the weapon used green. Because, Takshaka makes green. Doesn't have to, though. Could... what if we... I'm thinking about... does damage to an enemy boosted by Naga allies and create a mix of red and green. This does blue and red. Thinking about just doing this for my high level. Way the green can go to something. Takshaka will mostly just get itself up. I'll make another team that way if you don't have 3 Takshakas, but you have to make yourself assassin for this team. I mean, you don't have to, but I think it works best. And then a blue storm. Not purple. Banner. I think we go with blue-green. Could go blue-yellow. Definitely blue. I'm gonna do blue-green. That's the first thought I had. Blue-green minus brown. We don't use brown. See how this goes. I don't think you can go wrong with the triple Takshaka. And we have a summoner. And look, this is why the weapon's there. It's gonna be nice and loopy because the weapon throws up blue, the Takshaka throws up blue, the Takshaka uses blue, the weapon uses green. Get our lantern. I want to run this team a couple more times. Seems fun. We got Anu on? Yes, okay. Good. So the third trade's going off. It's getting up either the Takshaka or the weapon. Hopefully. There's no potions here. Takes a little bit longer usually to get up. This looks fun. I'll probably use this one. to use Takshaka. I'm gonna do one more fight because it's fun. Jets is here, so Lion is here. Yoke says that the last campaign ended a couple of weeks ago. It started June 30th, so the King of Runes would be available after that campaign. It's after it, but then it's like a delay, too. So you have to wait like the whole campaign, and then when the campaign's over, then there's like a 1 or 2 month period where it's not available. They want you to buy the freaking campaign. So they're going to make you wait at least a couple of months before it's available. So if that's the only one that you don't have, I'm assuming it's not in there. That's what they always do. There's something that you have to buy. They're going to make you wait the entire pass and then a period of time before they put it in the drop table. On top of the period of time where you could have bought it. So you could have bought it up to... It ended on June 30th, so July... Oh, you're right, though. That's been a long time. It's been 2 months. I didn't see the June 30th part, sorry. So July, August... It's been 2 months exactly. Should be in there soon, man. If it's not, it should be in there soon. You'd have to go back through all the devs, like, little blurbs they put on the website to see if they put it in there yet or not. There should always be at least one that's not available, but it's probably the current one. It's not available. There's your team code for that. Here, let me look at my unowned. I'm missing King of Cups. You said King of Runes? See, I'm missing both of them. One of them is probably available, though. But one of them is not. So, the one that's not available... You're probably right, whatever you said. But I just want to double check to show which one's not available right now. Whatever one's in here is the one that's not available at the moment. Oh, it's this one. Okay. That one's not even, Not even in my unowned yet. Isn't that weird? Because you could... I guess you couldn't have it technically yet because the campaign just started, so even if you bought it, you wouldn't have it yet. Huh. I'm assuming at least one of these is still not available, though, until the other one... I think they wait until it's possible to get the next one, and then... I don't know, though, man. I would have to go back through all the devs' blurbs on their website to see... I just always assume I'm gonna have one in my unowned. Sorry I can't give you the... It's hard, like, that even if there was, like, a way of knowing, like, they don't even do it right half the time. So even if they're supposed to be in there, sometimes it's not in there, even when it should be. So even if we knew, like, it's been this amount of time and it should be in there, doesn't mean that it's in there because they don't... Things should be automatic, I think, with this game, but it's not always automatic. They forget stuff. And sometimes it's concerning the way that the dev talks on the forum about how that stuff works. It's so concerning. Like, there's PvP mythics and PvP legendaries and campaign mythics and campaign tarot cards and stuff like that that should be in like, the Soulforge rotation or the Vault Key drop table and stuff like that, but the way that they talk about it, you would think certain cards that are older should be in there. But, I don't know. The way that they talked about it when I was reading this one forum post was like, there's this pool of troops that aren't in the drop table yet, and they just randomly pick ones to add to the drop tables instead of them just going in when they've been out for a certain amount, which I think should be the way it goes. And that's the way that makes the most sense. Like, this is the oldest one. It should be in there. This one's it's been 2-3 months since the campaign's been over. This one should be in there. But the way that I don't even know if the dev was right. Like, it was so concerning the way that they were talking. I think they even deleted their comment because people are like, what are you talking about? That's not how it works. But she was talking to like the other devs, and that's where she got her information. And then she relayed it to us in the forum, and then it was like, no way, that's not the way it works. That sounds stupid. And then she deleted her comment, but I don't think she ever like clarified for real. Wouldn't that be stupid? Like if all the troops that are paid troops or whatever go into like this pool and then they randomly insert them into the whatever drop table, and because they have so many now, they keep adding more and more and more. So there's the campaign ones and the PvP ones and the whatever other special event ones, and then they only add like one of each to each drop table instead of going in order of how old they are. Like I thought they just went in order of how old they were. I don't know. I mean, look at my unowned. Like, you think some of these seem like pretty old, right? Like this is pretty old, right? You think think I would have it, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't know, like this is pretty old and this is pretty old. And this is, I thought, yeah, they might be available, but they're just taking forever to come around. I don't know. So it's even if I knew that the answer, I wouldn't be super confident anyway, because they don't even do their own game right sometimes. The only way would be like to ask other people if they've gotten it or not, like through vault keys to know for sure, or to go find that blurb on the website. It's always at the very bottom in like asterisks, like, hey, this is available now. So I don't know. Let's see what y'all are saying. Maybe you can Anita with the gifted to cat, freaking hitting the target. Perfect. Jet says, for those Xbox players who played the Puzzle Quest games, you may get a just for you discount offer. 30% purchased it this morning. Do you remember? I don't even know. Discount on Puzzle Quest Immortal Edition. Yoke says, this is why I usually wait to open vault keys when one goes in the drop table. I mean, it's a good reason. I don't care enough. Like, I don't care about the tarot cards too much. I'm not a big, like, I'd rather have the gems now and like the orbs now and like go get further in the game and get stats and have gems to be able to buy offers when I see them and stuff like that, instead of like waiting around. Like, they do enough vault events now that if I really want a tarot card, when I know 100% it's in there, I could just get a bunch of vault keys over a couple of vault events and then go get that tarot card. I'm not going to just like not open vault keys to save up for when maybe a tarot card would go into the drop table when they finally decide to actually put it in there. So for me, I need the gems more and like the other resources more to day-to-day buy offers that I'm not going to be able to buy otherwise if I don't open my vault keys and get enough gems to be able to buy the metal offers and the deed offers that aren't going to be there tomorrow. Like, they're going to pop up today, and I either have the gems or I don't today. So, I mean, if you have like a bunch of gems and gold and stuff, you can save up vault keys and wait for tarot cards. But I'm not saying it's a wrong strat. I'm just saying why I don't do that strat. I'm not a... You know, the Lovers is a very important tarot card. Like, the Empress is decently important, but like King of Cups and King of Runes do nothing, and they're for nothing, and they're not... I'd rather have the gems and the other resources that I could get from my vault keys instead of waiting and hoping for the King of Cups or the King of Runes that do nothing. But I can get it if you're like a big collector and you want to collect everything in the game. It's like your highest priority. So I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's why I don't do it. All right, I used to though. I mean, it was definitely a thing. Like, hold your vault keys because like this tarot card's gonna be available, and if you open them now, you have no chance, and if you wait a little bit, now you have a chance. But I feel like that was mostly like the Lovers or like the Devil or something, like cards that actually do something that are in a recipe. If they're tarot cards that do nothing and they're not in a recipe, then I don't really care to save and wait. That's why this game gets confusing, because other people mention like things, but it's for a very specific reason. Like, it was for that one time when the Lovers were going to be going into the vault key drop table, and that's why they saved vault keys for those months to wait for that. But then they forget to tell you, like, it's not that big of a deal nowadays because it's just the King of Cups and the King of Runes, and who really cares? there we go. That's a pretty good team for the Underspire. I think I'll take you the whole way, and I'll be fast. Let's make a little bit lower level team for people, and then whatever you guys want to do for a little bit. I'll do at least 2 hours, because I think definitely owe y'all. Try to make it up even more tomorrow. Today, Mondays are always busy for me. Tuesdays are a better day to go longer, I feel. Alright. So if we don't have a million Takshakas or something, and we want to make... Once again, you got Vinoxia. I like Vinoxia. Marilith is good, and they go pretty good together. We got Bogstrider. I don't know that you need both Bogstrider and Marilith, though, if we're also going to have a mana-generating weapon. I'm thinking double Vinoxia for lower level player. If you have a Takshaka, you could do like one Takshaka with Vinoxia. I think for this, I'm going to go like this, maybe. And if we have a blue weapon, that'd be cool. Of course we don't. Wait. Yeah, we do. Right here, right? Nice.
Feel my fury.
Maybe we can do like that or something. We're not gonna need both Vinoxias. Could do this though. This can still catch blue. Vinoxia throws blue up there. Marilith's gonna destroy a bunch of gems. Put it in first slot. Looks pretty good for if you don't have Takshaka type of thing. Get a lot of green. I think I'm gonna do green purple. We just need to find a color to minus. Yellow. Not red. Not blue. Guess this. Class. I'm gonna go Archer. Could do Archmagus would be pretty good. Archer will do a Green Storm if you want to try to loop a little bit. Archmagus will probably help you get up your Vinoxia faster. Maybe Archer for if you're going deeper, and Archmagus if you're just trying to... Let's show it with Archmagus first, because it's probably more likely you're not going super deep if you're using this. Alright. Let's see how it goes. This is our mid-level team. Person who doesn't have Takshakas, but they somehow have 2 Vinoxias. Which is way easier than getting 2 Takshakas, at least. Alright, there's Marilith. Doing her thingy thing. We got a summon on the team. Highest level here, 17. 12. Go the higher level. So Sana running out there, sort of shining, cape of flowing. I even say it when she's not here. I could say butt crack is showing. DC putting his jacket down, his coat on the puddle. Chad bringing out the umbrella. Anita under the umbrella. DC carrying Sana over the puddle. Getting on the train. We're cruising. We busted through the garage door like the Kool-Aid Man, and we're on our way to the gas station to slide it in sideways. We're like super close. Saying ETA 30 seconds. Like we're about to slide it in sideways for real. We are so close. We're right. We can see it up ahead. We see those arches. Red. We can do blue into red. Alright, like always, Underspire is never going to be the fastest thing in the world because no potions. I always say that because it's hard to make a super fast, like, team that starts super fast when you have no enchant or explode potion. Alright, there's the door. Let's do one more fight. Then I'll probably... We can do epic trials if anybody wants. That'd be like the extra thing. That would be like helpful to people. Or I could just play the game normally. To help myself.
Mana surge.
I feel like Vinoxia just hits surprisingly hard. I don't know, there's no science behind it or proof or anything. It just feels, one of those things, it just feels like it hits hard. I guess harder than like Queen Beatrix, harder than, I don't know, Foxfire King. Feels like it hits harder to me. I don't know if it does or not, but it just feels like it does to me. Not harder than Scourge of Honor, not harder than Chrysanthrax or Stellaryx or anything like that. Just for like its punching weight. Hits hard for its... Punches hard for its weight type of deal. Punches above its weight. That's Underspire. If you're doing Underspire, you're good. Doing good. Underspire's smart. I get something here? I hate when this thing, like, blinks and there's no reason to it. Oh, here we go. There is. For once. 4 epic ingots. Let's go. Alright, Mystiscales, Epic Trials. They always mess up... I know, they always mess up putting the troops in the drop table. You would hope it would work, like I said, like... If the troop was in the campaign's over, and then it's been a couple months, you think it would automatically go wherever it's supposed to go. But then there's the Soulforge cycle you have to think about. I usually try to give the devs the benefit of the doubt, because I know it's not simple. If the campaign ends, and there's a mythic, just as an example for the mythic, because the tarot card's a different story, because there's no, like, vault key cycle, but for the campaign mythics, the campaign ends, and then you gotta wait a month or two, or at least a few weeks. I forget the exact amount of time. It's like 6 to 8 weeks or something. So sometimes it's just like a month and a half, sometimes it's 2 months, whatever. But that's how long they want to make you wait, because you should have bought it, is what they're saying. Like, hey, if you want it, you should have bought it. Like, so now you gotta wait, right? And then it's available to go in. So that whole campaign time, free-to-play players can't get it. And then that waiting period of time, free-to-play players can't get it. And then it's available to be going into the Soulforge cycle, but where's the Soulforge? Like, what part of the cycle is the Soulforge cycle in? Did it just start? Or is it in the middle? Is it about to end? Like, that matters, because if it just started 2 weeks ago, then you gotta wait until the entire cycle finishes before they can add that campaign mythic into the cycle. So then that can feel like forever, dude. Like, what, at least 25 weeks per cycle, right? So you could have a situation where you wait the entire campaign, then you wait like an entire 2 months, and then you wait almost an entire Soulforge cycle, and then you have to wait until it actually appears in the cycle. So it could appear at the end of the cycle too, of the one it actually goes into. So if it's like a 25-week cycle, it could appear at the very end of that cycle if we're unlucky. So that's crazy. That could be however many weeks. That's a lot. Like, I forget how long the campaigns run. Was it like 2 months or something? And then like the 50 or the 100 mythics for 25 weeks. 25 weeks there. That's like 6 months. And you add the 2 months. And then you add the waiting period months. Like, dude, it could be an entire year before you see a campaign mythic. If everything goes wrong. You have to wait the entire campaign period. You have to wait the waiting period. You have to wait for the current Soulforge cycle to end. And then you have to wait for the mythic to actually appear in the first Soulforge cycle that it's able to appear in. which doesn't mean that it's going to appear immediately on the first week. It could appear on the last week of that cycle, which could be 25 weeks or something. So that's why, as far as that goes, that's why it always seems fishy. But then they also just forget to put stuff they've forgotten before. So imagine they forget too. Like everything goes wrong and they forget. So we don't see a mythic for a year and a half or something crazy when we should have seen it in 6 months or something. It's crazy. But yeah, the tarot cards, it shouldn't work like that. They should just go in after a month or whatever. Like you see the tarot card in the campaign ends. A month later, they should go into the vault key drop table. There shouldn't be any reason. That's not a thing. But the mythics, I kind of get it. But it just sucks when they forget too, and then they put that doubt in our head that they're stupid and they don't remember to do stuff. Because they don't even know, like, they probably don't even know. Like, if we look at our collection and we see our unowned, like, we can tell what we don't have. But they probably, I don't know, they probably have something where they could look, but, like, they probably don't even know what troops haven't been released or not. I don't know. I don't even know if they know. They probably do. Alright, let's do Epic Trials, I guess. It's like the only other thing we could do that would help other people other than myself. Potentially. You agree with me? Warm up to a rant like a storm chaser? What up, Mr. Z? Why are you not using Talk Shaka and Underspire? Yeah, that was just the low-level team. I did Talk Shaka, Weapon, Talk Shaka, Talk Shaka. I used a lot of Talk Shaka. I like a Talk Shaka. Florence says, are you in top 100 players? Like, what do you mean? Like, where? There's probably like a bunch of different spots you could be in top 100 players. Maybe not a bunch, but there's PvP, there's just like hero level, I guess. Maybe guild event. I don't know. Any event that's going on, you could be. I'm definitely not in top 100 as far as hero level, because there's people out there with Death Knight armor and Ring of Wonder that share accounts. There's probably at least 100 people out there that have Death Knight armor, Ring of Wonder, VIP 20, and share their account with somebody else and play the game 24/7. So I'm definitely not in the top 100 because of that. I'm free to play. I'm probably in the top 100 free to play. That only one person plays the account. But as far as PvP goes, I'm definitely not in top 100 because I don't do enough PvP right now. I could be, though. Just always feels so unfair with all the... There's definitely... Have you seen the forum? People will show, like, scores. Like, if you look at PvP, some people, there's crazy scores where they, like, have to be sharing their accounts with somebody else. Like, the global leaderboard. Like, this person... So they've done 706 fights. They've done 706 at least. Yeah, okay, 706 fights, right? Which is not as crazy. Like there's some on like PC Mobile or other platforms where it's just nuts. It's like crazy, like how many fights they've done. Like how many hours is this? What are we on? Like 7 hours? They've done 100 fights an hour since the reset. Something like that. Been 9 hours. So they've done a little bit less than 100 fights an hour. Which, you know, that's not crazy, but they're sitting there and that's like all they're doing. At least. 706 fights in probably, what, 9 hours? It's not too crazy, but for that to be the only... that'd be like the only thing they're doing. They'd have to only be doing PvP, probably, to have 706 fights in 9 hours. Like, it's not that crazy, but definitely very, very doing a lot of PvP right now. And there's people that have passed the controller. Hey, here, it's your turn. My hour. Now it's your hour. Now it's this person's hour. Now it's that person's hour. Now it's back to my hour. Now it's your hour. Now it's Becky's hour. Now it's Susan's hour. Now it's Freddie's hour. Now it's George's hour. Like, people share their accounts and they're just going 24/7, so it's really hard to be top anything when people do that. And then all the money stuff you can do to have advantages. Imagine a person just buying everything VIP 20 and it's 4 different people playing the account at all times. Like, it's hard to beat that. So I don't really care too much about being top 100, just because I know it's not very fair anyway. Alright, Epic Trials. Let's see if we can help some people with this. Something you want to do eventually at some point. The sooner the better. It's just gyms you're going to have to spend one day anyway. Fights you're going to have to do one day anyway. Like, for example, Yoke or whoever wanted the tarot card, right? Well, there's a pet here that people want. Like, you don't have this pet if you're doing for collection purposes. You got to do Epic Trials to get this pet. Don't you want it fully ascended? A lot of people want everything in the game. You can't not get this pet then. So, you should probably do this. Alright, we got Stone Viper, create 5 yellow gems, then convert all yellow gems to brown. Pretty good, like, see, you know, I like this troop. 75% start, 50% skull reduction, and decent mana generator. A little bit loopy, loops back into itself, too. Scale Guard, deal damage to an enemy. If the enemy is poisoned, deal double damage, then poison them. Another 75% start. Basilisk, deal true damage to an enemy. If the enemy is poisoned, deal double damage. Then deal true damage again. If they are stunned, deal double damage. So you're going to want to hit poisoned or stunned enemies with this thing. And then Cobra deals damage to an enemy, boosted by poisoned enemies. Summons your summoner. So here's your mana generator / tank. Here's your way to poison. And then here's your damage dealer. And here's your summoner. So you got everything you need pretty much. And the enemy team doesn't look too bad either. So it shouldn't be bad. We'll run at least one fight here. Maybe a couple. Depends if you guys want me to keep going. I'm the best, thanks, dude. You like watching a pro athlete stretch out before they go break a record? That's what it's like. The warm up to a rant's like watching a pro athlete stretch out before they go break a record. I feel like I'm always on a warm up to a rant. I really want to make I'm gonna make these videos about driving, and nobody's gonna watch them, but I think it's gonna be funny and fun, and a couple of y'all will get a kick out of it, I'm sure. I just keep thinking about it. One of these days I'm gonna do it because I can't stop thinking about it. I'm gonna make a video about just ranting about driving. It's gonna be like Cinecool's Driving for Dummies or something. I'm gonna like draw it out like real crudely in some stupid like program. I'm gonna like draw out all the situations like crude. I don't know. It's gonna be funny, I think. Okay, so alright. Poison enemies when doing skull damage. So skull damage, I always do skulls anyway in Epic Trials. We can poison somebody with this. So if we don't like some enemy on their team, we could poison them. Okay, so we do stun a random enemy when matching brown. And then we can deal true damage again if they are stunned. Deal double damage. So we just need to get them stunned and poisoned pretty much. But can they be? Hopefully. Looks like it. Okay. So we can poison somebody. Who do we not like? I mean, right now I think we should just cast the Stone Viper, right? Create 5 yellow gems and convert all yellow gems to brown. There's enough yellow by brown that should work, like especially right here. Okay, now we got the Basilisk up. Is anybody poisoned or stunned? No. Who do we want to kill? I feel like the Mist Stalker, but we can't target it, so... Oh, it's stunned though, so we can. So let's get it. I'm gonna hit this thing to poison it. And it's stunned, so now I'm gonna hit it with Basilisk. Bang, it's dead already. See that? We took out... You gotta poison it first. Poison and stun it first, and then hit it with Basilisk. This should work again. Getting itself up. Let's do the skulls. That first slot poisoned. Let's just do skulls again. Brown. Guess we'll do skulls again. Working on it, working on it. Stone Viper? I don't know. It might not. Let's just try it. Hey, it worked. Kind of like Shagra, where you don't always have to have alignment. If you want to play it super safe, though, you probably should have alignment, but it can make its own alignment, kind of. Alright, we got Basilisk, and the first slot would die from the Basilisk. Do we want to do that, though, or do we want to hit with something else? I think we should probably hit something else. I need to get up my second slot. I'm just wasting time. Let's just do it. I'm wasting time. Let's try this again. Nope. Alright. 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 We don't need purple at all. If I take blue, they get skulls. I'm just gonna take brown. Alright, we got skulls. They're poisoned. Decent amount of yellow. Try it. Nope. There's some red for us, finally. And we kind of just need Basilisk now. Brown and blue, buckle my shoe. Alright, I just wanted to get it up. There it is. Let's go ahead and kill, I guess, the first one. Now that thing's poisoned. Let's see if we can, see how much this does. Ooh. Alright, almost there. Haven't lost a single troop. Not hard at all.
Mana surge.
So far, so good. Etc. Almost dead. Come on. One more skull. There we go. Alright, we win. Not bad. I could have been a little more patient there, maybe, but it wasn't like a super hard fight, so I was just being impatient a little bit towards the end of the fight, especially. But you buy this one time, each thing one time. Unless it's over multiple weeks, I guess. Multiple Mista Scales weeks. But I've already done it, so I don't need to buy that. That's something I'll never need to buy again. I already did it. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying. Then I might do one more epic trial fight. I don't think there's really anything else we can do that's... You have both of them, Welsh, Mr. Alien? Both of the tarot cards? Is that what you're talking about? And how's it going? I don't think I said hi to you. Hello? I keep losing my thing. Oh, there it is. So on Puzzle Quest, there's some sort of thing going on right now. Immortal Edition. I guess I don't know. Maybe I should try that out. The only question, Mr. Alien, Welsh Mr. Alien, is did you buy the campaign or not? If you're free to play, then that's really good information. But if you bought the campaigns, of course you have them. A lot of people have them. It's always a good idea to buy the campaign pass, but for like the free-to-play players, which you may be, I'm just saying, like, did you get them from buying the pass, or did you get them from opening vault keys and getting them that way for free? Yoke says 100 million gold and 16k gems. Pretty good, pretty good. 16k gems isn't 16k gems is great, but it will go faster than you think once you start doing like in-game strats of buying every deed and medal offer you see. Unless you like try to fight against it a little bit with lots of vault event, lots of tribute. 50 vault key left and 80 epic. Nice. Mr. Z. Appreciating pro. Brain is back. How's the new seat? Vibrating part on the lower back is helping. I have a chair that goes up and down now. My old one broke. Mr. Z says, I will not get a kick out of a driving rant. My son just turned 15 and got his learner's permit. He will likely be one of those people you rant about. I don't know what happened to your message. I didn't touch it. You're saying, yeah, I saw that. It's there. It's there twice now. Usually not, though. It's usually like older people, and I don't know. I don't want to say who the demographic is because it might insult some people out there, but it's mostly my area. Like, I'll be talking about my area and all the people here that have something wrong with them. So it's not going to be like about, like, I don't know. Like, everybody else might drive awesome in other states. It's like my area and my state mostly, but I'm sure people can, you know, agree somewhat with people in their area as well. Yeah, mine's about to be driving too, dude. I'm about to be in the same boat here in a few months. I got to start teaching them. I've been like talking about it a lot, like telling them what I'm doing, and see, like watching somebody drive, you can't tell exactly what they're doing. So I'll just like over-explain. You know how I over-explain Gems of War? Well, while I'm driving, sometimes I'll sit there and over-explain like what I'm doing, what I'm looking at, what I'm pressing, what I'm not pressing. Because, you know, I feel like sometimes, like, before you drive, you think you're, like, always pushing the gas or always pushing the brake, or sometimes you're just not hitting anything. And then, like, if you ever, like, slide around a corner, some people will slam their brakes on, or it's like if you don't touch anything, your tires will re-grip. Like, he, like, knows these things because I explain them to him. And about where to look. You don't just like look right in front of you. You don't like just look at the car in front of you. You gotta like kind of peripheral vision. Be almost like looking for deer even if they're not there, and watching everybody around you, not just like the one person in front of you. Don't be looking at the road like straight in front of you and that's it. Don't look at your phone while you're driving. I don't know. I just kind of over-explain it for them. Alright, I guess I'll do one more of these, and then I probably gotta go. Pretty busy day. 2-hour stream. Tomorrow I'll try to do another at least 2 hours for you. We'll do Pure Faction 500. Dark Pits, right? We got it right here, kinda. If you want to practice using Shegra, use Stone Viper, because it's very similar. Like, we have it 100% right here. Like, we will 100% get an extra turn if we cast Stone Viper right now. Pretty sure we can take these skulls, though, and it won't screw it up. Alright, yeah, we still got it. The extra turn, got a Basilisk. Their first slot is poisoned and stunned. So let's kill that. Or get very close. Stone Viper, not as good right now. Let's take some red. It's like if you have nothing else, you just cast your Stone Viper, but kind of want to wait until got more yellow next to brown. Possible. I think this gives them an extra turn. 1, 2, 3, yep. Could take yellow. I don't really want to take yellow off the board, though. But I did. It's a red extra turn. More skulls. Alright, there we go. Sucks it just goes back into itself, but I mean it doesn't sucks and it doesn't suck. Alright, we got it. So, we already hit the first slot. I don't know if I want to do that again. I guess I could. Let's poison this. I want to get this dead. It's a little bit of a harder fight this time, so they're not dying in one shot. This looks decent. The Stone Viper. I didn't get it. Ooh, and he's getting hit. We do have a summon, though. It's fine. It's fine. It's what the summon's there for. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. We need purple? No. Just do this. Got that dead. Nice. Got that poisoned. Lots of yellow and brown there. Nice. Got our Basilisk. Let's do this first. Alright, they're poisoned. Let's hit that first slot, because we already hit the second slot. Just want to get the most bang for my buck. Could get Enrage. We don't need red. Oh, no, 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 no. We need to get Basilisk up. We need to get Basilisk up. There it is. Oh, was it already up? Dang it. We can do this first. Get our summon in. Another Basilisk. Nice. Who are we gonna kill? I guess second slot? Or we can poison their last slot, then hit that hard too. Should probably do that. Let's do this first. Bang! Alright, yeah, let's do that. We'll go here. Just to make sure they're... Well, that thing's about to cast, though. I don't know. How much is it gonna do? 87. It could kill my Scale Guard. It will kill my Scale Guard. Because it does the weakest enemy. So I think I'm just gonna kill it. Oh, I can't. It's not stunned. Oh well. Just summon again. Maybe. Or the fight will end. And we'll win. Either way. Shouldn't have took red. That was so dumb. I took red knowing they were about to kill my Scale Guard. Something you don't think about. You should. The troop's about to die, and you know it's about to die. Don't take mana for it, because you just wasted a turn taking mana for something that you can't cast. And it happens more than you would think. Alright, we got our Basilisk, and they're both poisoned. I'm gonna hit that second one, because it's got more, you know, be more worth it. We can hit the first guy with skulls or something, if we need to.
Mana surge. Mana
Blue.
surge.
Skulls, that hurt. Brown. Got this. They're dead. Not too bad. I mean, the last fight might be kind of tough. But just try to take out their true damage dude. Miststalker. He's the only thing that killed me. And it was because he was stealthy. But you can get a stun, but the stun is kind of random. Stun a random enemy with matching brown, so... You gotta get that random stun and then poison it with the Scale Guard and then hit it with Basilisk. And you're probably gonna have to do it again. But get that thing out of there so it don't kill you. Cause I don't think anything else on that team's gonna kill you. Not like fast or... Not fast enough to worry about, at least. You concentrate on killing their Miststalker, then they might kill something on your team with the rest of their team, but you'll be able to summon in, you'll be fine. But if you leave their Miststalker up, it could kill multiple things on your team and put you behind a little bit. So go after their Miststalker if possible. You could get very unlucky and just not stun it. The random stun. But I won on first try both of those, so it wasn't bad. And I think even the AI won, right? Epic trials are fun. I like it. Just depends how what you think about this, like how you feel, to playing this game. Some people out there playing this game, they just want to grind. They just want to push one button, and that's I admire that somewhat, like having being able to go and go and go and go and go and push the same button over and over and over and have the patience to do that and get all kinds of resources. Like, that's cool. It's one way to play the game, and I respect it. But I'm the type that I like arena, I like epic trials, I like pure faction 500. I want to have danger of losing. I like guild wars. I want to show that I'm good at the game, and I want there to be a chance that I'm gonna lose. I think almost anybody can push one button and clear the enemy team out, and just all it takes is being able to sit in the chair for a long time. For real. Which does take some effort. It's not, not making light of it or anything, but it's one way, and then the other way is like, are you good at the game? Can you defeat things that could actually beat you instead of just pushing the button? It'd be good if you're good at both. Like, this game needs kind of both, I feel. Gotta have a little bit of both. For the Vault event, you're not gonna lose. The Vault event is very important, and you have to use that being able to push the one button and sit in the chair for a long time skills that maybe you build up throughout the week on PvP or something. But there's also Pure Faction 500, and the way you build up skills for that is stuff like Epic Trials. And the way you build up your skills for Epic Trials is stuff like Arena. And the way that you build up skills for Guild Wars is stuff like Arena, Epic Trials, and Pure Faction 500. Now, you need both. I wouldn't hyper-focus on either one of them, but you need to build both skills. Have the ability to sit there and grind and grind and grind and grind, and also be able to take on difficult fights and know what you need to be doing, and have patience and make the right moves and cast the right spells and use the right troops and all that. But yeah, that's it for this one. Was another good stream. We're streaking at the end of the month again. I like it. You guys just want to make me panic and stress out. You think it's funny, don't you? Think it's funny. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow. Same time, same place. Probably another 2-hour stream at least. And we'll do faction event. Dark Pits, right? Pure 500. Attempted on stream live. Deathless 500 on stream live. Teams high, mid, and low. Very good thing to be doing. I applaud you if you're doing your faction events every Tuesday. It's lots of gold. It's lots of resources. It's very valuable fights that are worth your time to do. Killing 2-3 birds with one stone. Getting all kinds of good stuff. It's the event of the day. They put it in there for a reason. There's never a time where you shouldn't do it. Because it's like, why? Like, it's like be choosing not to do the Tower of Doom this week. Is kind of how I feel. If you choose not to do the faction event on a Tuesday, it's kind of like choosing not to do Tower of Doom this week. I already did Green Tower of Doom, you know? I already got to floor 26 in Green Tower of Doom. So that's why I'm not doing it this week. That just sounds the exact same to me as somebody saying, I'm not doing the faction event on Tuesday. I already got it on 2500. I already did it. It sounds the exact same to me. You're just missing the point of why you do it. You do it for all the resources. It's the event. You're supposed to do it. It's like Wednesday you do the pet, and Thursday you do the class event, and the weekend you're going to do the faction event, the expanded faction event. Because that's what you're supposed to be doing in these type of games. It's a day-to-day game where there's different things every week and different events every week and a different thing to be doing every day. There's dailies, and you're supposed to do the dailies. You're supposed to do the events. It's not Grand Theft Auto where you get to decide where you're going and you're running over hookers and jumping over buildings just because you feel like it. That's not how you're supposed to play Gems of War, but of course it's a video game, so you can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying the right way to play it. You should play the events that are, Tuesday is the faction event. So you're supposed to be doing it. There's an Underspire this week, so you should probably do it. There's Epic Trials this week. If you haven't done them yet, you should probably do it. There's a Tower of Doom event this week. You should probably be doing it. The faction event this weekend, you should probably do it. There's a Pet Wednesday, there's a class event Thursday, you should probably do it. They put them in there for a reason. It's the type of game this is. Alright. Glad to be with you, Cynical, and all you Sinners, choir members. I called you Swinners. Choir members and lurkers too. Appreciate you, Cindy Man, and this fine community of peoples. Horde Mimic unlock code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. Forgot select. I have more than a dozen HMs. It works, trust me. Ninja'd by Tyrion. You're repeating what Lester used to say. Epic trials are fun. Konami code. Alright. I'll see y'all. Thanks for joining me today. We got Tyrion, we got DC United, MJK Jets, Chad the Clip Bomb, DC Jets, Chad, Mr. Z. We got Rain. Florin was here today. Yoke the Ham, DC. Welsh Mr. Alien. Anita. Cat was here today. Anita Gifted Cat. That was cool. Soul Lion was here. That was cool. We got Jets. We got Yoke. We got Cat. We got Rain. Somebody like just listening outside of the room. We got Jets. We got Cat. We got Rain. What the heck is he talking about? Funky Town, Texas. Yandy Marzo. Beg for Mercy. Chad with a tool. DC. Streaking naked down the field with his gifted and his 5. Sliding it in sideways naked. Yoke. I mean, sometimes you do it sideways. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Sean, Florian, Mike. Classic EverQuest. Catherine was here. Funky Town was first. Catherine was second. And Sean was third. Top fans for YouTube. This is who YouTube loves the best. DC United, 400 experience, number 1. Number 2 was Chad the Clip Bomb with 225 experience. And Yoke the Ham was number 3 with 125 experience. My favorite are Sana, of course. Don't forget Sana. Sana, DC, Chad, and Anita. Thank you for keeping the lights on, the doors open. The doors open, the lights on. The lights open, the doors on. All that good stuff. Pack of undies, tidy whities. Helps a lot. I no longer have a hole in my shoe. Did I tell you all that? I got new shoes. So, my underwear might have a hole, but my shoe does not. My shoe, I'm no longer walking around with a hole in my shoe. Just a life update there. Got new shoes. So, just letting you know. Alright, I'll see y'all. Have a good one. You're the best. See you tomorrow. Peace out. Good luck. Kick some butt. Get them resources.